In our ongoing series on Council Chief Farewells, we pay tribute to Billy Diabo, who was first elected in 2012 for 2 straight terms. During his tenure as Council Chief, he mainly worked on Border Crossing and the Tioweró files. Billy worked closely with you, the people, especially on your border crossing issues, spending a lot of time bringing the concerns and experiences of the people to the Department of Homeland Security and the Canada Border Services Agency. We spoke to Dwaine White, OCC General Manager, who explains more.
Billy was a chief who, obviously coming from a law and order background, initially that was his approach to looking at things. But as he became a chief and learned the system, he became more of a person who readily interacted with community members and was willing to listen to them. Similarly, he would, he wasn't a person around the office. He would gladly meet people at any time of the day at their home, or if they felt comfortable coming to council office, he met them here. But he was always open to meeting with the community members and listening to them. And without making promises, he always said, "I'll do my best to get you the information and get back to you."
And Billy was the guy who would, give you the shirt off his back. Whenever there was something going on, he'd be the first to volunteer. I know just a couple of weeks ago, he roasted a pig for the staff. Yeah. And
a couple of years running, he's done that.
Yeah, and it was just because that's who he was. He loved to do that kind of thing. His passion was the border crossing file, and basically, I think that's what he was known for. He also did spend some time, and he spends a lot of time in Tioweró. He's a hunter as well and a fisherman, and took part in a lot of the Tioweró issues, the meetings up there to try and make things better and listen to the people, because he's another guy, people person, so to speak. People like to talk to Billy. He liked to talk about he liked to talk about the fact that sometimes he'd be finishing supper and somebody would come to his house and talk and say, "Look, I have an issue." And
that's always been his style. When he was a peacekeeper, you would see him mingling with the younger kids just to go in and talk while he was in uniform. But he was just one of them, and conversing, not necessarily about crime or anything like that, but just talking to people all the time.
Yeah, and so, on that basis, for sure, we're going to miss him. A heck of a nice guy, and he served the people to the best of his ability, and, now he's going to be on to new horizons. Yes.